Hey guys, so today I am packing my hospital bag. I am going to be having a scheduled, planned C-section this time, so I know I'm going to be in the hospital for like 3 or 4 days, so this is everything that I am packing to prepare for that, and yeah, so let's hop right in. So first, let's go through some clothing items. I do have a robe right off the bat. This is a long robe with like 3/4 length sleeves. I actually wear it a lot right now. It's a kind of lightweight, but definitely still kind of warm. So I'm taking that. I actually bought this with the intention to bring it to the hospital to take, cute pictures with, so that's something that I do wear, but I am putting in the bag because I bought it to take to the hospital. Next are just some socks. I have 4 pairs of low-cut black socks. Big, tall socks have been annoying me lately, so I just assume that they're going to continue annoying me for a week or 2 after I've already given birth, so taking some low-cut socks to wear just in case. I don't feel like I really wore socks much when I had my first 2 kids though, so who knows. I guess we'll make a pile over here. Just a nice little pile of brief underwear because I am having a C-section. So you want something that's going to come up higher than your incision so it's not going to bother your incision. And those are like my designated like postpartum underwear. I've worn them with both of the boys. 2 nursing bras. These are both just that, super basic like sleep bra crossover style nursing bras. Just 2 of those. I am bringing some nursing pads, even though my milk hasn't in the past come in until like the first day home. You never know, you might need them. I also, you might be able to tell, I use these to remove my makeup as well, so they all have like makeup stains on them. So if I'm not gonna use them for my boobies, I might as well use them for removing makeup, I guess. I do have a belly band from my first son, Calvin. So this is just something that they gave me when I was postpartum with Calvin, when I was in the hospital with him. And I used it last time with Aaron as well. I hear that if you ask for one, they will give you one at the hospital, but I already have this one from having my first son, Calvin, and so I'm gonna be bringing that with me. I know a lot of people say that like the car ride home is very hard because any little bumps you hit make everything uncomfortable. I did not experience that with either of my 2 previous pregnancies, but I really attribute it to having this belly band and wearing that on the way home. Next, I do have some tops here. I have 3 different tops. So this is just an Old Navy crossover nursing top that's a little bit more, spaghetti strap, like open in the back. This is something that I've had since my first son, Calvin, so I'm not even sure if they still carry the same kind of shirt. Next is another like nursing style top. I believe I got this like on eBay or something, just like a super cheap China kind of top. This is like, okay, so if you put it on, you can lift this up and then underneath it has the crossover style for the boobies as well. So a little bit more, tops that are like this are a little bit more conservative, I would say, because then like your boobies only coming out of this one spot instead of like having your whole chest exposed. So if that's something that bothers you, I really do enjoy using shirts like this for nursing when you're trying to like not expose your boobies to everybody. But yeah, it's a little bit longer, more like a tunic kind of style, and hopefully it'll fit okay. Hopefully it'll work out. That's just something that I got last time around with my second son, Aaron. And then another kind of similar top that has that, like that particular style so that it's crossover underneath. But this one isn't as long as the other one. It's more just like a shirt kind. So I'm not sure if this is going to be long enough. Your belly is still like pretty gigantic right after you give birth, so I'm not sure if this is going to like really cover everything, but I think it will be nice and comfy. It's a very soft, like almost bamboo kind of feeling material, so hopefully it'll work out if I need it. Then I do have one nightgown, and this is a little bit more, like kind of skimpy kind of nightgown here, but it does cross over and it's super soft and stretchy, so I know it will be fine for the immediate postpartum days. It'll work out totally fine. I'm just gonna be hanging out in the hospital room for days, and since it's, the virus is going on, we're probably not going to have visitors and stuff like that, so I'm not really concerned about it being a little bit more exposure on this particular top or gown. For bottoms, I am bringing one pair. These are the Motherhood Maternity shorts. They're just some black shorts. I have one pair of long, like pajama style pants that are too tight in the waist for me right now, so I might as well pack them in the bag because I'm not going to be using them right now. So they come up super high. The crotch is like way down here, so it's a lot of space, so hopefully it won't bug me and my incision spot. Next, I have this pair of like yoga legging type things. They are like actually fitted in the bottom, and they are a little long for me in particular, but I'm short, I'm only 5'3", but they have a fold over belly panel or like waist panel up here, and they are a little too tight for me right now. So like I said, just another pair of pants that can actually sit in the bag that I'm not gonna miss from my regular collection. It's not like I'll be wearing them between now and when I give birth, because they are a little tight right now. So just some other items that are, you know, a little bit more comfy, a little bit, they're all black, so if there's any kind of leakage or anything, then there's not a big deal about staining or whatever. So that's that. Now we're getting into some more like random things. So this here is a pumping bra that just ties in the back, so it's super easy to adjust for however big I need it to be. But yeah, I didn't bring a pumping bra for either of the boys' births, and I really, really wish that I had, because we struggled a lot with nursing the first month, but especially in the hospital, you know, the boys both had bad latches. It was just a pain in the butt, and I had to pump all the time, and it would have been nice if I had something to like hold the pump parts for me so that I didn't have to worry about just sitting there and holding them. When you're recovering from a C-section and trying to sit up every couple hours to pump at that machine, it sucks. That's like maybe one of the hardest things about the C-section recovery, at least for my previous births, because I had C-sections with both of the boys and they both were not the greatest nursing in the first few days. I really wish that I had brought one of these. So hopefully just the fact that I'm bringing this will mean that I don't actually need it, and this baby will be good at nursing and latching. So hopefully. I do just have a couple of random plastic Walmart bags. These will be for like dirty laundry and stuff like that. I always like to take that anytime we leave the house and go on like a vacation or something. I like to put our dirty clothes in this so that I know which clothes are dirty and which ones aren't when we get home. So it just makes it a little easy. I guess we can do like random toiletries and stuff. So this is my little toiletries bag. I do have my glasses. I remembered to bring a pair that I actually like the way that they look on me. With my son Aaron, my last baby, I brought a pair that were just kind of like a backup pair that I wasn't really like a big fan of, and I wish I had brought a pair that I actually liked, because like having the pictures of me and my glasses with a pair that I like wasn't a big fan of kind of makes me sad. I wish I had a pair that I liked. So I'm remembering to bring a pair that I actually enjoy, but that I'm not gonna miss for the weeks until we actually go to the hospital, you know? So I don't know if we really need to go through all the rest of this stuff. I mean, there's like toothbrushes. I did bring a mirror, kind of a big mirror, so I can like prop it up and do my makeup if I want to do my makeup. And I have a big brush, you know, a deodorant. I am bringing little sample packets of shampoo and conditioner as opposed to the sample bottles, so I can just toss these out, throw them away when I'm done. So I only have, you know, two shampoos, 2 conditioners, so only enough times to wash my hair twice, but I usually only wash my hair every other day anyway, so if we're staying 4 days, I think it will work out fine. Oh, another thing that I keep in here that is kind of like toward the bottom, but I don't want to like get it out and mess everything up, is a little jar of coconut oil that you can use either on your nipples or just as a lotion, just anywhere that needs a little bit of extra moisture. I have brought that in the past with both of the boys, and I don't even know if I used it really with both of the boys, but I have it in here just in case. I'm also bringing a big hand sanitizer because it's virus time, and I just feel like this would make me feel happy to have it like on the little table next to my bed for me to use or Justin to use or whatever. We're not gonna have visitors, you know, because it's COVID time, but also I just feel like it would make me kind of happy just to have it, so I've got it. Oh, I did remember to bring a little box for jewelry. With my first son, Calvin, they had me remove my earrings and rings and stuff before the surgery, but with Aaron, I don't think they did. But if I do need to remove my jewelry, at least I'll have a little place to put it so that I know where it's at and it's nice and safe. And I actually did pack an extra pair of earrings in there just in case I didn't remember to wear earrings that particular day. And I would like to have earrings in for pictures because I think I just look weird without earrings in pictures. And next is my teeny tiny makeup bag. This is like nothing compared to what I would have taken on a trip years ago when I was in my like makeup heyday. This is just a teeny tiny little amount of makeup. So I'm gonna show you what I've got in here. So I have brow gel, which is essential. I always like to have my brows filled in. 2 little eye brushes, just in case I want to do eye makeup. Definitely an eyelash curler, just in case I want to do mascara. Some concealer if my face is not looking as happy as it should. I am bringing a lipstick this time, just in case for pictures. I have another little like face brush for blush if I happen to want to do that. I have a little sponge for concealer if I end up doing that. This is all just depending, you know. I have a tiny black eyeliner and a mascara, and then the palette that I am bringing is a very old palette. This is the Tarte Magnificent palette. It has a black and a brown that you can use for liners, and then it also has eyeshadows and a blush, which I really wanted something that I'm gonna have blush and eyeshadow all in one little palette. So this little guy will be great. Hopefully I end up using these items. I would like to have a little bit of makeup on for pictures and stuff like that. And I don't know. I know I wore makeup last time after Aaron was born, but I don't remember if I really wore it after Calvin was born. And I don't know how the C-section is going to go this time. Hopefully it will go a little more smoothly this time since it's planned and scheduled, and I won't have to go through labor beforehand, and it won't be like 24 hours without eating, you know. So hopefully I'll feel better after this C-section than I did with my previous pregnancies. So hopefully I'll be more upbeat and in the mood to actually wear makeup. That's my thought process anyway. And I am bringing some makeup wipes. These are just the Yes to Cucumbers makeup removing wipes because it'll be easier than trying to get up out of bed and wash my face. You know, if I go into the hospital and I already have makeup on, it's gonna need to come off, and post-surgery, I feel like these wipes are just gonna be a little bit easier. I am bringing a little notebook with a pen. This is something that I brought with both of the boys just in case. I know that after birth, they kind of want you to keep track of how often baby's eating and going in their diapers and stuff, and so I can write it down in there. If there's any little bits of information that I want to remember from the birth process, I can write it down in there as well for my like birth story later on. So it's just nice to have pen and paper as opposed to just getting on your phone to put in your notes. I do have a couple of snacks, and I do plan on packing more snacks as well. So I have some dates because I always have a sweet tooth. I love to have sugary things on hand, and I'm not gonna bring like candy. So I'm gonna bring Nature's Candy, dates. And then also some granola bars. These are just the Kashi ones. I like them. I am somewhat nervous about the food situation as far as being vegan in the hospital is concerned. So I just don't know how that situation is gonna go, if I'm really gonna have a ton of options. I don't know if my husband's going to be able to maybe leave and pick me up something from a fast food joint or something because of the whole COVID situation. So I'm gonna bring some extra snacks just in case my food options at the hospital kind of suck. And lastly, we have some fun stuff. We've got the baby items, so let's go through those. I'm just packing everything all in one, all of my stuff and all of baby's stuff in the same little bag. I do want to bring some newborn cloth diapers, maybe just for pictures or maybe for putting baby in for the trip home. But my sister has my newborn cloth diaper stash at the moment because she just had her baby in January and she's not done with those diapers just yet. But don't worry, I will get them back before our baby really arrives. So I do want to bring a couple of cloth diapers, but I just don't have them on hand with me. So let's talk about the other items. First is this adorable little swaddle blanket that I actually got on the Pat app. And it's teeny tiny, so it'll be perfect size for a newborn, hopefully. But it's just a beautiful mustard color. I love it. The color is just gorgeous. So I really want to take pictures of baby wrapped up in this guy here, because the swaddle blanket, like the receiving blanket that they're swaddled in at the hospital, is always so big and bulky. I would like to have something a little bit more like actual newborn size. So hopefully this works out okay. Anyway, I'm also bringing just this regular white swaddle blanket, just plain, just in case we want some more plain looking pictures, I guess. The baby stuff is mostly just about like getting cute pictures, right? So I do have 3 hat options. If you don't know, we are going team green. We don't know if baby is going to be a boy or a girl, so I'm bringing some hats for their first official, like, it's a whatever picture. So we have a very neutral brown and white stripy one. We have a little bear one for if it's a boy. This one's for a boy. And if it's a girl, we have this little yellow one, and I made this tiny white bow and just pinned it on there. So if it's a boy, they can also wear the yellow hat. I'll just remove the pin from this little bow and take the bow off. But if it's a girl, this is our one girl item. If it's a girl. I'm like 85% sure it's a boy, but if it happens to not be a boy, we do have an option, okay? I am bringing 2 little sleeper gowns. These are just, you know, open on the bottom for easy diaper changes. This one says love to smile. I bought both of these with our last son, Aaron. This one says loved, very neutral, both of those. And then I do have 2 like sleepers or like sleep and play, you know, jammy kind of outfits. This one is a Burt's Bees one, and it has little bunny rabbits all over it. And this one is just a pretty rust colored one. This one's technically a 0 to 3 months, I believe. This one's a newborn though, so hopefully either way, if the baby turns out to be giant, hopefully they'll still fit in this one. And these will probably be the going home outfits for baby. But I did want to mention some things before we go. I have some notes here on my phone. I'm not bringing pads, I'm not bringing diapers, because those are all provided here. I'm in Missouri, in America, the United States. All that stuff is there at the hospital for you when you go. I know that in other countries, sometimes people bring their own pads, people have to bring their own diapers. We don't have to do that here, at least not in my experience with my first 2 pregnancies. So I'm not bringing any of that kind of stuff. We're also not going to be taking the big camera. We're just going to be taking our phones this time. We did take the big camera with both of my previous pregnancies, but I actually think I'm going to prefer having it on the phone, because then your pictures are readily accessible. When they're all on the camera, you kind of got to wait till you get home to put them on the computer and like send them to people, you know? So I think it'll be nice to have everything on me and my husband's phones. Hopefully we get some pictures of the birth. I don't know how everything is going to go with COVID and everything, so hopefully we have some, you know, little candid shots of the actual C-section and delivery and everything. I am going to be bringing my phone's tripod, which is something that I will grab last minute because I do use it around the house for like filming random stuff for my YouTube channel. So that's something that's on the list, so that like me and my husband and baby can all take a picture together. I can use the tripod with the little remote thing on it and take a picture from across the hospital room or whatever if there's nobody there to take a picture with us. So we'll have that available. I don't want to make any promises, but I want to try to film at least a little bit of kind of footage while we're in the hospital. So hopefully I'm not too blah after the surgery to do that kind of stuff. In my purse, I already have like contact solution. I have my wallet with all of my information and stuff like that. I have cash in there. I would recommend maybe bringing some cash for vending machines. Even though some vending machines these days do take cards, it might be nice to have some cash on hand just for snacky kind of things. I do have a long phone cord in my purse as well, like, you know, 8 foot long or whatever. I think that's super helpful because sometimes your bed isn't always, you know, right up against the outlet on the wall. So it's kind of nice to have a really long phone cord so you don't have to worry about that, because it's gonna be kind of boring, you know. You might need to like play on your phone for a little bit because it's just gonna be like days in the hospital, right? So you kind of want your phone to be charging and readily available. I've also considered packing a curling iron to do my hair, but like I said, I don't know how the C-section is gonna go. I don't know if I'm really gonna be in the mood to like actually get prettied up, but if I brought the curling iron, it would be for like picture purposes, you know, like actually having pretty hair for taking pictures with a newborn. But I don't know, I'm still kind of on the fence about that one. So I showed you the snacks that I was going to bring with me. I also want to bring a bag of pistachios. I love pistachios, and it's a good, you know, healthy fat, protein little snack that you can kind of have on hand. So I want to bring a bag of pistachios. I also have kind of considered making like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just in case. I don't know if I'm being a little too paranoid, but I live in rural Missouri. I really am not having very high expectations for the vegan options in the hospital. So maybe peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is a little much, but I guess we'll just see what it comes down to on the day it's time to have the baby. Oh, and one little random tip that I have written down is I have to remember to shave my upper legs before we go, because when they put the catheter in, they like tape it to your leg. And when they remove the catheter, it's never been that bad with my first two sons. But when they remove that tape, it hurts like crazy because it's like pulling out all the little hairs that I have on the upper parts of my legs. And then it always has like a you know, sticker Band-Aid kind of residue that you have to like scrub off of your legs. So hopefully I can remember to shave my upper legs before we go so that the catheter tape is not too irritating. I know that's like a random one, but it's something that I have written down in my notes from my previous pregnancies that I hope I remember this time. So that is it. All I have to do now is fit it all inside of this here bag. I like to take book bag because it's easy to carry out of the hospital when you already have like the car seat and my husband's bag or whatever. It's just, you know, you got the option to put it on your back and not have to worry too much about having too many things on your arms, you know? So that's why we're taking it in a backpack as opposed to like a real like luggage thing. Okay, I think that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If there is something super important that I'm forgetting, leave it in the comments below so that I can get it, or whoever's watching this video in the future packing their own hospital bag, maybe you will help them remember to bring that extra item as well. So let me know if there's anything in the comments below. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys next time.